Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 is Japan. In previous episode we managed to conquer a little bit of land both in Malaya and Laos, and that gave us a bit of a boost. Plus we managed to lower the taxes and still make a massive amount of cash, so that's really nice. Plus, you know, the legitimacy is not great, but it's getting better and better. And we are not that far from getting the trench work, so I was thinking about maybe doing a quick war against Banjar, but that would probably call it in Spain, which honestly we can probably beat at this stage. But you know what, yeah, we'll do that war while we wait for the trench infantry. Once we get the trench infantry, we'll wait for a little while. And do we have the... oh yeah, we got the army over there, so let's just mobilize you. Get on the border. We've got a decent bit of production or construction underway as well, which no doubt is going to start increasing. Oh wow, yeah, the GDP is now skyrocketing. Damn, that's good, to be fair. Making 100,000 per week, even though not... actually, no, we're getting the full investment pool transfers as well. So, well, no one's been joining yet. They can call in one nation, and one nation only. Who that nation is going to be, it remains to be seen. Oh, Austria would be willing to join on our side. Okay, so Austria is someone that we might be able to be friends. Oh, they are protective. Alright, let's start improving relations with them. Maybe... oh, City of Plenty. Oh, Shikoku. Yeah, we'll get a little bit more loyalists from there. I mean, to be fair, there's not that many peasants there anymore. And, of course, the more farms we build, for example, that is also going to be a massive way to reduce the amount of peasants while increasing the... oh, Russia sided with the... oh, hello. Russia. How good are their troops? Can we see their... I mean, they got a lot of troops. But the quality of the troops is the thing that I'm questioning here. Lion infantry and mobile artillery. Okay, so what I could do is I could take Vladivostok from them. Or... I'll put in Vladivostok. First things first. So out of Manchuria, I'll take that one. And then force recognition from Russia. And then we might be able to take something else. I mean, Alaska is a kind of a traditional place to go to, but I don't know if that's where we need to go. Didn't they have something... no, that's us. Never mind. That was the Siam playthrough where they had some stuff elsewhere, maybe. I mean, I don't know, getting stuff like Kamchatka. Is there anything in there, really? Not much. Maybe if we take this one. There's a bit of coal mines. I mean, is there... there's some pops in here, so we probably... oh, we could get some logging in there. Is there any state modifiers in here? No, not really. I mean, Alaska would be good for the gold mines, that's for sure. Plus, they got so many trade centers over here again. What are they trading with? Oh, they're trading with a lot of the European nations through there. Okay. A little bit odd, to be fair, to do the trading through there, but sure. But that would be an option. Would that be... how bad would that be for... if we take Alaska... ooh, that's a lot of infamy. I don't think we can quite afford that yet, because we don't have the stuff required. So is that... Chukotka would be all the way out of there. So we'd then have a sort of path to walk into further Siberia. That's one option. Outer Manchuria would be... well, Northern Manchuria would be a bit too expensive. And then Irkutsk is inland, so we couldn't be able to get in there. Yakutsk is all the way to the north, but that is kind of landlocked there as well. I mean, this one... now there's 29 points. Okay, that is too much. Kamchatka, I think, is going to be... you know, we'll go for Kamchatka, sure. I'm pretty sure our troops will be better than theirs. But we'll need to activate some armies in here now. So we'll activate this one to do the landing. Probably first in Vladivostok, then we'll do a landing in Kamchatka. We'll start working from there, and then we'll have another army mobilized just in case. But I'm pretty sure that Banjar is going to be done soon. And then we'll get something from, well, some things from Russia, Vladivostok and Kamchatka. And recognition, hopefully. So this is going to be a good war for us, I reckon. We might want to start increasing the army sizes a little bit, actually. I'll get another 10 barracks over here in Kansai, for example. Oh, and we got a bit of authority again. Oh, well, I mean, that's quite nice. We could put in a extra tax, perhaps. Or what do we have as the decrees? I forget again. Right, that one doesn't have the agriculture industry. If we put that in there, that's going to increase the productions there quite nicely. But yeah, this is going to be potentially a bit of a big war, especially against the Russians. But I'm pretty sure that Vladivostok is something we can land in quite easily. They can't add in any war goals, so even... Well, Banjar is going to be easy victory. And it's just a matter of can we beat down the Russians. I mean, also another thing that we should probably do is build more fleet. Get another 5 over there. We could build a lot in here. Let's build another 10, so that's 15 increase. That would be another 5, so that's 20. I think we're going to go for another 40 ships total. That's 30. 35. And 40. So that's a lot of naval bases, and it's going to be a lot of extra expenditure for our fleet and all that, but getting to 100 ships means that we can have like 2 fleets with 40 flotillas and 1 with 20. Right, so where do we actually have our fleets right now? So we've got 1... Right, that's the big one. This one, we'll probably need to make sure that the supplies delivered to Indonesia are going through. For the time being. Once we conquer all of that, we can then have it do some convoy raiding around here, for example, or something. I don't know actually how good is their fleet. Let's have a look at over here. Naval base. They got ironclads. It's got frigates and commerce raiders and... Okay, so yeah, they've got a worse fleet than we do. Because they got a larger fleet. So that might be the problem. But they are confident for now. Of course, our military overall is not all that great. Or all that large. Actually, where do we have a lot of extra troops? We got a little bit in Indochina and Indonesia, so we don't actually have that much extra. We should have 130 total, but I suppose... How many generals do we have? We got... Oh, we do have 4 generals. Okay. Right, we didn't mobilize that one yet. Gold depleted in California, rubber discovered in eastern New Guinea. Alright, well, we haven't started colonizing that yet, but we've got a decent bit of land over here. We could get another rubber plantation for sure. Another oil rig as well, although, again, we don't need the oil quite yet. We're getting fairly close to getting the plastics, though. It's less than 2 months away. Oh, and are we at max innovation? We are at our max innovation now. Okay, so trench works is done. We're not going to switch the unit types quite yet. At least not everywhere. But in the military, I suppose we could get the bolt action rifle, or maybe the defense in depth, for example. That would reduce the morale loss and increase army defense quite a bit. So that would be quite nice. Bolt action rifle would also be good to start using some oil to produce more small arms. Then of course landing craft or something like that would also be quite nice. Or we start going for the production, get the plastics done a bit faster. That's actually not a terrible idea. Because then we can get a lot more production out of it. Now actually, what I suppose we could do... I'm gonna start... I'm gonna take the barracks here in Indochina at least. And start switching these to the trench infantry. There wasn't a barracks there. I'm guessing there's one in Malaya. Yep. Oh wow, this is old stuff in here. Slowly but surely start increasing or upgrading the troops. We got another 5 over here. Was it this state? No. Where did we get those 5? Actually, we could get some in New Guinea. They would still be contracted in for that, but like it's only 5,000 extra people more or less. So that will help us a little bit to have some defenses there. Steel prices going up a little bit. Is there some trades that are no longer going through, maybe? No, well, maybe. The steel price... Oh, wow, yeah, there's a... Oh, it's probably all the motor industries over here are just using so much more steel now. Let's go ahead and give the steel mill a bit of an upgrade then. Is there any upgrades over here? No, not really. Things that we can do to speed things up. It looks like the iron price is starting to increase again a little bit. I'm just going to give this one the last remaining mines at least. And the lead price isn't too bad. I'm going to give that a few more. And the logging is already at max. Was there any other areas? I mean, there's logging camps over here that we could build, I suppose. Let's give them the electric sawmill as well to speed or increase the productions a bit further. We've got a second wheat farm here today, or well, in the previous episode actually. So that is giving us a bit more wine, which is always nice. Yeah, the steel price is going up. Artillery and fine art price is still going up as well. What else? Small arms prices going up drastically. Oh, now we're losing £111,000 per week. Right. I mean, to be fair, there... Oh, yeah. We got all the military, all naval bases and barracks and all that sort of stuff underway. That's what's causing it. But once those are done, Wind wells. Or wild wells, sorry. Where there's oil, there will be blood. I'm sure that'll be fine. Although the trade unions now hate us. So state construction efficiency goes down by 15%. And there we go, the war has started. So let's start with the naval landing into Vladivostok. Naval invasion into Vladivostok, and who are we going to send in there? Which one? You're the offensive planner, so Kantaro is going to be the one doing the landing. And that'll hopefully go... Oh, they have sent in a bit of troops in here. Let's go ahead and send in an extra army down there to help defending. Actually, I'm going to switch you to the defense for the time being. We should have a bit better... Yeah, we got pretty high defense, so unless they get a lot more... Oh, plastics unlocked. There, here we go. Finally, we can start using some oil. And then we could get the steam turbine, or we could go for the electrical capacitors, because that would allow us to get a lot of other things, like the more explosives, more clothing, among other things. So that would be quite nice, and that would lead to the electric railways as well. So that's not a bad one. On the other hand, the steam turbine would allow us to get a lot more power out of our power plants. Maybe we'll get that one because we all got part of it, so that'll give us bonuses a bit sooner. And now, for our next trick, we're gonna increase our glass production quite a bit. How much is that gonna be? 1700 glass, according to this. It's going to be a lot of oil though, so maybe we don't do that everywhere at once. We'll do it first around... maybe on these ones. We've got 11 levels over here. That's still going to be 40 per level, so 440 extra glass. It's going to be a lot of money. And then we can start increasing the oil rigs over here to the max. I think that'll work. Right, so they brought most of their armies over here, actually. So if we just hold them in there for the time being, our first battle is going to be a victory. They don't have a lot of offense there. Rubber discovered in Eastern Java, alright. And the reinforcements are going to take some time to arrive there. When is the invasion going to happen? Another 36 days, so we got quite a bit of time for that. And now we're getting all the investment pool transferred again, so, well, most of it at least. That means that the debt, we're down to 60 million credit, actually. And it's still going down rapidly. Oh, right, do we have more ships available, actually? We got some in Japan. I'm gonna get a new fleet. Preferably someone with... Well, you are an expert naval commander and a bandit. Dockyard organizer supply consumption goes down. On the other hand, so I don't know if celebrity commander is going to be the best. At the same time, being a brave would be quite nice. You know what? We'll take that. Actually, no. I want to give the petite bourgeoisie admiral rather. But yeah, we got our new fleet over here. So what's going to do with that is I'm going to put you to raid convoys going in there. It might not be sufficient, but it will help at least a little bit. And then our landing is hopefully going to happen here in due time. I mean, it's about 2 weeks away. We'll get there soon enough. Another battle happening over here. They got the numbers on their side now. And I think they might actually win this one combat. They're going to be taking heavy casualties. Well, actually, we're taking heavier casualties than they are. Okay, well, that's a good leader that they have there, I guess. Oh, is that the barracks troops that are... Hold on a minute. There's still skirmish infantry in here. So no, it's not the barracks troops. They'd be under the borrowed one. Well, we might lose a little bit in there, but I'm sure that now that we get some more troops in there, we'll have more units in the front line. Hopefully with good defenses and all that. I suppose that general in there is the... Oh, did we? Yeah, we landed in there already. So, then our next invasion is going to be in Kamchatka. And Kantara is going to be doing that again. We've got our 2 armies over here, and then we've got 1 army that is still free to join somewhere. And technically speaking, we could land behind them in here. That's a possibility. But yeah, that's a loss over there. After this, well, we're going to switch to the trench. Oh, wow, it's 1905 and fighting against Russia. Well, that's some poetic justice there. Or historical accuracy, at least, if nothing else. Actually, they've still got a lot of troops in there, and we're taking more casualties than they are. Damn, what do they have in there, then? They got anti-rank machine guns, but we got that as well. They got fairly good commander for an expert offensive planner, an expert artillery commander. Oh, wow, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm slightly impressed. Well, the one way to beat them back is to make sure that we raid their convoys as soon as we can. which we're already trying to do. We lost some convoys. I'm assuming it's... No, it's not in here, so it's just the trade convoys somewhere. Oh, there is where they're sinking our convoys. But if we are sinking some of their convoys in here, then it'll be fine. The question is, are we sinking their convoys or not? And I honestly don't know. But we should be getting a lot of expansion on our fleet soon. And how is the oil price now? Is there a massive demand for oil, or is the oil price just... there's a little bit of demand for oil, admittedly. I suppose what we could do... Oh, there we go. We sank some Russian convoys in Java Sea. This one is already at max level. We can't improve the production quite yet, at least. But, hey, at least there's now demand for oil, so the productions are going to start increasing. And, well, I suppose there was a little bit of demand for oil before from the grocery production, but that's about it. Speaking of which, though, I'm going to give that a few more levels. Right, how long until the landing is going to happen is going to be... Oh, are we already... Oh, we are already invading. There's only 5 defenders in there. Oh. That's going to be a victory. All successful landing, and over here we are going to be losing more ground. So I suppose doing another landing, or landing behind to get Banjar out of the war. Although right now... Oh, oil discovered in Khorasan. Alright, well that's in Persia. So none of our business, really. But that one's going to be doing the attacking. I suppose we could send the other army from here, that we still have, to help defending that as soon as we have it. Like, are you actually... You're a pretty good defender, actually. So yeah, once we get that... Come on, there we go. Go over there, support. We'll be attacking quite a bit, and we should be getting the... Well, the Russians should be losing the war support now, a decent bit. So that we can eventually force them to surrender. Another victory, 2 versus 5 battalions. Well, I suppose they've got 1.5 battalions worth of troops there, so it wasn't that impressive, admittedly. Okay, are we winning this war? Yes, we're finally winning a fight again, so we can retake some land. I suppose their organization or morale should be going down thanks to our convoy raiding. We are losing some convoys as well, admittedly, but... Oh, we're sinking... Oh, wow. Sinking convoys right there. Well, we got convoys being escorted both in here as well as down south. So what convoys they're sinking over here is going to have some impact on us, but hopefully not too bad. Although right now, if we yeah, it's looking a bit bad actually. 28% attrition. Oh, naval combat. Oh, they got a lot more ships here. Probably gonna oh, actually, we're gonna take more casualties than they are, quite frankly. Because our ships, I mean, we got the monitors and all that. And our attack is a lot larger than their defense, but they just so much more in there. That's the problem. But we'll landed the troops in here. And if we can keep the stuff going, we'll get the Russians out of the war, and Banjar will fall at that point at least. Hopefully before that, to be fair. And our defense is now holding just fine. Good. Yeah, that is a bit of a loss there. I mean, they do have a large fleet. Now, we are increasing ours a little bit, but it's going to take a while before it's in full strength again. Here we are seeing some more Russian convoys. Excellent. We managed to get some more... Oh, are they? They're moving away, their troops now. Alright, they'll start attacking again. Yeah, their morale is now so low that they have decided to not continue attacking there too much. Yeah, the Russians are on defense, and Banjar is the one attacking. So we'll be able to retake a lot of the land. There's a lot of convoys being sank, though, on both sides of the war. Hey, steam turbine completed. Okay, now I think it's time to get the... I'm going to go for the electrical capacitors. That will be very handy. And after that, maybe something from the military again. Oh, right, now we need to get some more construction going. Right, let's have a look at what we need. Fine art, coffee, wine. Oh, right, actually, I can see that there's a bit of problems of infrastructure again. Well, let's start fixing that, shall we? Actually, I suppose the easiest way to do is open that one. We can see where, I mean, unfortunately it does cover a lot of this. So we can give a few more levels over there. This one's going to need a few more levels, apparently. So we'll... Oh, it's already expanding. Let's just get it to level 30 railway. Oh, wow, that's going to be a lot of transportation, to be fair. And then over here we need a few more. So that's going to be at least the mainland. Is there any other areas that are low market access other than that for the raiding? No, I think it's mostly for the raiding, isn't it? Yeah, that kind of seems to be the case. And in 5 years, we'll have incorporated most of Borneo. In the meanwhile, we managed to retake some of that, and now our attack... Oh, wow, yeah, they pulled all the Russian troops away from there. Have they started sending them over here into Siberia, perhaps? No, not yet. Alright, well, I'll be conquering that in the meanwhile. So they just pulled back their troops. Don't know where. Oh, electrical arc process is spreading. That's actually pretty nice as well. Oh, we've got the steam turbine, didn't we? So we could start switching the power production a bit. So we... Okay, it's going to be a decent bit of extra engines, but it's going to be a massive amount of extra electricity. So that price is going to drop drastically. And then that is going to be very important for when we get the electric trains, which would then increase the infrastructure levels massively. We can probably get rid of one of these armies over here soon. Although I suppose you could just start attacking as well. But there we go. Banjar is probably going to surrender soon enough. And the Russians are down to 34 war support. So right now they actually got less than Banjar has. But Banjar is going to be losing that a lot faster. So still no fighting in here. Well, I mean... Oh! Our general has been moved... Oh, right. It's on a different front here. Right, well, I suppose you could start advancing. Right, split the front into multiple pieces. Well, technically speaking, probably just two. Oh, transfer by car or discover. Alright, well, that's not in our territory yet, but maybe we'll get some there eventually. Right, so we've got all the oil rigs built over here, so the oil price is actually very low. So if we were to switch this to the house with plastics, we should be able to do that, and the glass price is going to go down massively. General protest. Toga is brought to light some questionable habits that Matsudara partakes in and is demanding that they be fired. Okay, samurais do approve us a lot right now, but which general would that be? Oh, there's a commodore. Okay, that's one of the fleets. We can probably do that then. I will just hire a new admiral. We'll actually get a samurai in. And then we got our new fleet. So we got one raiding. I suppose this one should be making sure that the supplies get in to Banjar. Although I suppose soon we can get rid of the troops in here. You know what? We'll actually pull you back to homeland already. And that's already done. So that one probably is... Is it going up here? Yes, yes it is. Okay. Well, having a third army here over here probably doesn't hurt. There's a little bit, surely we're getting more and more stuff in here. Convoys are still being sunk, but I suppose we have less troops over here, so it's going to be a bit of a less of an impact. Oh, and there's naval combat in here, which we are winning. 45 ships versus their 11. Oh, there we go. About time that we got a victory like that. Oh, there we go. Oh, so that's a separate front, and this is a separate front. Alright, well, we'll be conquering a decent bit of land here. I mean, Kamchatka will be ours. That's for sure. But they would take a white piece now. I'm not going to propose a white piece, though. I'm actually going to push in all of these already in there. So they won't accept that anytime soon, although Banjar is going to be surrendering in about 3 weeks. So that's one less enemy. And then Russia is probably going to be losing a lot of their support soon enough anyway. Oddly enough, they haven't sent any... Oh, are they doing a... No, that's probably just their raiding fleet over here that we failed to destroy. We had sort of equal number of fleets, but I suppose the manpower difference was quite significant there. Or equal amount of flotillas, rather. Oh, and we'll... Oh, there we go. Banjar has surrendered. So now we've got a lot more stuff in here that we could utilize, including more rubber plantations. Get that underway. There's a bit of tea plantations and all that sort of stuff, but I'm fairly sure that all of this is mostly fine. I mean, suppose we could even put the electric fences now. That would reduce the amount of workforce required at the livestock ranches a lot. And then maybe do we have a lot of engines? Well, we've got a little bit. I suppose more tea doesn't hurt. The dye plantation, we could also probably put the automatic irrigation there now. And the rice farm, that is using all the fertilizers already. We could maybe put the steam trashers to reduce the workforce needed as well over there, so we can utilize a bit more in other things. That is already the industrial port. But we could also get a few more logging camps, I suppose. That will probably help. And then we just need to get rid of Dutch East Indies from Borneo, and then we control all of that. I suppose after we've upgraded our army and all that, we'll probably do a war against the Dutch East Indies again. In the meanwhile, that's an empty front. I'm going to move you there. The Russians are now on the negative already. Losing war support very slowly, though. They do have a decent bit of radicals, to be fair. More than what we do. Some more convoys are still being raided, and I'm suppose max innovation is... Oh, it could actually be slightly higher. Hey, rubber discovered in celebs. Excellent. So that... Oh, hold on a minute. Is there a... They are raiding the convoys there. We might be able to intercept that soon enough. So, celebs. There is a lot of people in there. It's only one plantation thus far, though, but it's better than nothing. And the Dutch East Indies have 0. Alright, oh... They are sinking a lot of convoys by the looks of it, so we're getting a bit of attrition again. Fairly high attrition, I might add, but there's not a lot of enemies, admittedly, so it's fairly simple fighting still. Now it's minus 11 for the Russians, so they are slowly giving up. Very slowly. So how's the market doing? Small arms is something that we need a lot more. Oh, did we didn't get the bolt action rifle yet. We could always increase the... I mean... Like, the slowly hiring in here is supposed to be making a bit of a profit in here, but I suppose it's mostly only when we have our troops active, which, generally speaking, isn't all that often. Kamchatka is almost fully ours. We already got Vladivostok covered in that regard, and there's another naval battle here. We're losing that again. So that fleet is not doing all that strong, unfortunately, but we'll just have... Oh, we need more construction. Alright, so what do we need? More wine. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. There's not that many places that we can make wine. I mean, suppose we could expand the wheat farm over here in Hokkaido. Then what else? I mean, suppose if we were to look over here, so we need more explosives. Definitely more tools. So let's go ahead and... Oh, wow, the tooling workshop is already going to be level 60 almost. And chemical plant is also... Oh, did we... No, we didn't unlock that yet. But we will do that soon. Right, so a few more chemical plants over here to get more explosives, because we need that in a lot of... Oh, right, we could actually go for the houseware plastics in a few more places. So the glass price is going to go down even further. Oil price is starting to increase, but that'll be fine. So we need more opium. That's... Well... Oh, wow, the pop consumption is 187, which is more than we produce. We even import 69.1 from Dynam, to be fair. Tea is something we could use a bit more. Well, that's something that we can quite easily build more. Let's get it to... Actually, no. We'll get to 50 total in Kanto. It might be running low on peasants soon, to be fair. And then what else? I mean, if we have a look at the hardwood, it's something we definitely need a lot more. So, is there more room for logging camps here? Not really a lot of pops in here, actually. We'll put in more automatic irrigation over here for coffee as well. So we're making 144,000. We got a little bit more construction at least going. There we go. That conquered most of it. We could probably pull back at least some of these armies. I don't think we need all of them. So you go stand by. And I'm guessing... Well, you're currently in combat. I suppose we'll keep 2 armies there for now. Or maybe we can now pull the smaller one out. So that means the attrition over here is hopefully going to be slightly less. Still going to be in there, but it's not quite as bad as it used to be. And they're not really retaking anything there either, so that's good for us. We might build another university, which right now is already 43 innovation just from this set of universities in here. That's pretty nice. It looks like the Buddhist monks are happy again, so that gives us a bit more extra authority to utilize. Our leader, on the other hand, isn't very popular yet, but we are going to be a recognized nation soon-ish. After this war, anyway. But I do realize that we are actually... out of time for this episode, so we'll have to get the recognition in the next one. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.